Peace to the family. Peace to the family. Welcome to another episode of Thoroughbred Thursdays. This is your brother Red Pill, reporting live and direct. I'm in the borough of the Bronx in New York City, reporting live and direct to the family on this wonderful Thursdays. Salute to everybody in the building. Peace and love to everybody who has, pulled up. We're gonna let the room fill up. Peace, y'all. Salute. Hopefully everybody is in fine health, have mental health, physical health, emotional health, spiritual health, economic health. You're definitely in for a plate tonight. We're gonna chop up some game. We're gonna kick some. Some knowledge. You know what I'm talking about? We're gonna drop some bombs. Yeah, we're going to discuss some things. It's been about 2 weeks since we've been here on Third Eye Thursdays. Last Thursday, you wouldn't imagine where I was at. Last Thursday, I was in purgatory. Okay, I was in the underworld last Thursday. So just to show you how fast life can change and how the pendulum swings like this, last week, I was in complete purgatory on God. You know what I mean? And I'm here this week, so it's a miracle. So, I went from paradise to a dungeon or to hell on earth, just like that. You feel me? So I wanted to talk about the power of this challenge, the Scorpion King challenge. Shout out to all of my Scorpion Kings. We're in Scorpio season. Shout out to everybody who came out for the Scorpio season party in New York City at a secret location this Tuesday. Shout out to my brother Terrain, aka the Dark Lord, in the royal bloodline. Shout out to everybody. Shout out to Cambada. Shout out to Blue Pill. Shout out to International P. Shout out to everyone who came through, who purchased a ticket on Eventbrite and pulled up to that secret location on Tuesday, the day before, or what they call Halloween or All Hallows Eve. Fire. Okay. We had a all Scorpio playlist. I created this playlist that's gonna go down as legendary. I need to find out. We're gonna have to put this playlist on Spotify or something, but it was all Scorpions, French Montana, Diddy. It started out with Diddy, then it goes into who else? It goes from Diddy, I think, into Drake, into French Montana, into Fabulous. There's so many artists. Boozy, it's E40. Yo, you wouldn't believe how many artists are Scorpions. So the playlist was super lit. The people came out and enjoyed themselves, right? It wasn't really on some super dress up. Like, I wasn't wearing no costume because that's not what I do. I'm not into costumes. I came as myself. You know what I'm saying? I figured if anybody's gonna play Red Pill, let it be me. So but we enjoyed ourselves. We were socializing. That's very important. The ambiance was set. It was a lounge. So nobody was running around dancing all night and whatnot, because I'm not against dancing and whatnot. But sometimes I like to just lounge and listen to the music. And it wasn't a lot of liquor involved, right? So we didn't have to deal with bottle service. We didn't have to deal with people being drunk and whatnot. We didn't have to deal with that kind of energy, the spirits. It was a whole lot of marijuana, though. I could tell you that much. It was a whole lot of cannabis. You feel me? And a whole lot, a whole lot of THC. And the mood was completely different. It was completely mellow. It was laid back. And really think about it. if you spend the $2,000 or the $2,500 that you do in the nightclub trying to impress a bunch of shorties who just told their boyfriend, give me a few hours, I'm gonna go out and get drunk for free. You know what I'm saying? I'll be right back, ready, you know what I'm saying? Ready for Freddy, right? Like, if you spend $2,000 or $2,500 for a bottle section for some overpriced bottle of $25, $30, you know what I mean? Aisle 7 on Kroger bottles. If you spend that at the spot where we at with the high grade, no, oh my goodness, it's different. You know what I mean? Like, you spend $2,500 on some trees, bro. It's gonna be a different kind of night. You feel me? Like, you don't even need to go that hard. You know what I'm saying? Just spend $200, you're good. You know, grown man shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, but we had a good time. We had a wonderful time. And that's important. We have to celebrate life. It's important to come together and, listen to music, be in each other's presence, talk about, vision, network, you know what I mean? Speak our vision, give praises to each other. I saw my my brother Cambada. I had to hail him up. He's doing wonderful things. Wait till you hear the song that he did with Cannabis. I might play it tonight. That's a passing of the torch song. You got to listen to it. Cannabis and Cambada. It's the illest song out right now. And when you listen to that song, you'll understand that there's a new level of MCs on this planet. There's even a whole new genre of rapping in hip hop. There's a whole new frequency of MC that's out right now. And it's not the old guard. The old guard, and that song, he passed the motherfucking torch. The old guard is done. It's over with. This is the new underground. You know what I'm talking about? So, and the brother just released a video, GOAT, with brother Rich Black, and with Loaded Lux, who went completely ham in that video. Go and look up GOAT. If there's anybody out there that wants to participate in our reaction series, reaction video series, hit me up on the inbox or just leave it in the comment section and I'll get at you. But you got to leave me your email. You feel me? We got some plans for some reaction videos because it's a lot of music out there and we want to get your reaction to it. So hit me up and I'll follow up with you. Okay. And be serious too. This is not about this. We're not on joke time. All right. Joke time is over. This is not it. It's not over here. So, it's all good, man. I was able to celebrate life. Like I said, you'd be surprised how fast shit can change on you where you can't celebrate nothing because you'll have your freedom taken from you and you wouldn't be allowed to do anything. So you got to cherish every day because, like I said, slavery exists on this planet that we all live on. Slavery is alive. It is kicking. It exists. It's in your face. That sister with the locks, Sister Ava, should try to tell you with the documentary 13. She try to put you niggas on game. And a few other people. Jay-Z threw his hat in the ring and he became prison advocate. So did Kim Kardashian and a few other people. But we're so arrogant that we think that, that's corny, that they're prison advocates. What do they know? They know that it's slavery going down, and they're gonna lend their billion plus almost $1 trillion empires and names towards something that you should be rallying to push because we all have people who we who we love and care for, or claim that we love and care for, who we know do not belong behind those goddamn walls for the amount of time that they're being put behind those walls inside of a shallow grave, trading on all kind of markets like commodities, like day stocks, like, you know what I'm talking about, like the shit niggas be trading. You feel me? We need to, or what we should be doing is sending those brothers and sisters information, being that this is the information age and it's a plethora of status updates on Facebook, and people are always, there you go, you heard that Cash App, right? My shit is not on mute tonight. You're gonna hear the ching chings. All right. So No, no. You gotta we have to understand the assault that's being taken upon those who are impressionable. And I'm not saying we jumping out here wearing a cape trying to save criminals and whatnot. What I'm saying to you is this: we know that we collectively belong to a culture that has corrupted the minds of the impressionable, the minds of the poor righteous, the minds of the poverty minded, the minds of those who want to just keep up with the Joneses, right? Even people who quote unquote born with money want to live a certain kind of life because of the culture, the influence, the overact. The goddamn culture influences the whole world. The culture's called hip hop. So we know it's mad people that are listening to trap getting caught in the trap. That's something that somebody has to acknowledge. So if Jay-Z and Beyonce and Kim Kardashian, along with other people, my son, and there's other people who have lent their faces and their names to a cause that many of us who are talking about liberation and all kind of other things, we hardly even talk about that. We don't breathe no life into that shit. You know what I'm talking about? We don't even acknowledge the fact that they have our people in bondage, which is really slavery. It's not, yo, it's a slick word. No, nigga, it's slavery for real. It is real life fucking slavery because it has so many similar tenets to what you knew as chattel slavery or indentured servitude or people in debt prisons and stuff like that. People are paying a debt to society by being warehoused and stockaded inside of institutions and being fed poisonous food, okay? And being even more criminalized by being around more criminals who only talk about criminology and a few regrets about shit that they did. You know, I regret that I got caught, you know, but people are not learning how to code. They're not learning how to trade. They're not learning trades. They're not learning how to learn. They're not learning about blockchains or all of these things they're not learning about anything that's going to really fashion and forge them for the future. So I believe that it's the job of the conscious, enlightened third eyes to start touching base with some of our brothers and sisters that are behind these plantation walls. They're in slavery. And the way they got this whole shit set up, shit, nobody's safe. Nobody's safe. So I'm talking to you street niggas, right? I'm talking to the people who help perpetuate the curse. I'm not necessarily talking to people who consider themselves square and they don't have no concerns and this is something totally outside of their field of thought. I'm talking to the people who could understand what it is that I'm saying. Potential, energy, potential, minds, right? We cannot turn away and throw away the potential that we have amongst us. It should be some of our duties to make sure that we set up vehicles that put us right in the position to where we could shine our light on the brothers and sisters who need some light shined on them because they turning the lights out on millions of our people. That's real fucking talk. And then they're gonna come home and they're gonna want to become predatory, or they're gonna come home and they're going to fall into the trap of trap music. They're gonna fall into the trap of the first person who lays out the motherfucking roach motel for them, or the rat trap. You know what I'm talking about? Or the bear trap. And that's not something that we need as many boots on the ground at this point that we can use. Believe you me when I tell you, we need as many warriors as you niggas can summon up and motherfucking find. You know what I'm talking about? As many as we can use. Y'all, I don't understand why people are so content with throwing everybody away. Do you know what they just did to Whitey Bulger? Do you know who Whitey Bulger is? Whitey Bulger was a mobster in Boston. He was notorious. Okay? That's who they played in The Departed with Leonardo DiCaprio and I think it was Jack Nicholson and whatnot. They bodied him. They killed him in a jail cell. They beat him with a lock and a sock, right? Black Mass was the most recent movie with Johnny Depp, but Whitey Bulger was depicted in The Departed, one of the illest movies that you would, one of the illest movies, Sister Percy. I heard the Cash app go off, so if you just sent them the cash, I did receive that. For everybody that's on the line tonight, I do accept payments in Cash app. The YouTube has demonetized every single video of mine. I receive nothing from YouTube. As you can see, there's no super chat because they don't rock with me and I don't rock with them. And I got a surprise for them in a minute, in a few days. And I'm gonna let y'all know before or maybe on the birthday and whatnot, which is on the 14th. We got a big surprise for y'all. We're gonna end this cycle with a motherfucking bang. Bang, bang. So and we got the 20 for 20. The first month is November, so it's a whole list of 20 new ones. We got a whole list of either some economic business books, or you could go all esoteric occult on these niggas and get your download. Whitey Bulger. Whitey Bulger. They bodied him. The movie Departed was about him. The movie Black Mass was about him. He was a triple agent. He worked with the boys. He worked with them boys, and he was knee deep in that life that he lived and whatnot. They found him in this cell, beat, sitting in a wheelchair to a point where he was unrecognizable. Okay, because what had happened was, inside of the system called the prison system, you can't hide from anything. Okay, and when you're considered what is known as a rat, meaning that you speak against the life in which you live, and you've put people to death for doing the same thing that you're doing, then you're not an example of a true mobster or a gangster. So he received what is known as, a gangster retirement plan. My question to you is, what happened with Dylan Roof or all of the other 100 white supremacists who done put their dog paws on your people, and the majority of your people is behind them walls, in the mess hall, chain gang, house gang? They driving the bus. I mean, something like nothing ever happened to any of your adversaries, but Whitey Bulger got finished right there in the cell. You know what I'm saying? So certain people who are organized tend to make better movies than niggas that are not organized. Did you ever notice that? You know what I'm talking about? A good movie has to have a good organization behind it. And we can't make no movies, it seems. Niggas ain't made no movie since Larry Davis. Nobody, there's no Spielbergs in the hood. Nobody made a movie in a very long time. Zimmerman, like I said, he's still tweeting and threatening niggas. He's still, there's no movies being made. But they're making movies in other woods, Nolly Bali, you know what I'm saying? Mollywood. So what I don't understand, like, there's a problem. There's a lack of fucking commitment on niggas' behalf to shoot a movie, to make it pop. You know what I'm talking about? Lights, camera, like whatever happened to that? So you don't get no movies, but they making movies on the other side. They making movies all around you and whatnot. And all of your adversaries, they still just chilling, talking crazy about you. and planning for the next rundown. So, I mean, I don't get it, man. I really don't understand. Like, how do people continue to allow shit like that to just fly? You know what I'm saying? But okay, I'm gonna read someone who was at the Tuesday event. The sister Nikita, salute to you and thank you for coming through. She just wrote, I want to share. It's testimony time. She said, Nesu passe. Tuesday's event was super dope. My guest and I enjoyed the experience. Definitely worth it. Appreciate you in blue. Thank you for taking my photo. I say, Ashe. Looking forward to more. You know what I'm saying? When y'all get a chance to come, don't worry about it, because the party or the experience, not a party, it's an experience. Picture this: Scorpio season. So you get you get a part, you get an experience with all Scorpion artists, right? There are a lot of MCs. It's mostly hip hop. I'm gonna venture forth into R&B and jazz and things of that nature. But for right now, it's a hip hop experience. So all of the artists that are Scorpion, I got the playlist that I wrote out. I'll read it, but not right now because that's not in front of me. So next month we're gonna do Sagittarius season. The Jigga Man. You know what I'm saying? Jehovah is one of the most recognizable Sagittarius, the same way that Drake, if you put Scorpion and rap, or Scorpios who rap, Drake dominates the whole first page of Google. He completely has eclipsed all other Scorpions to be, and he's identified by Google and by all search engines synonymously with Scorpio. Aubrey Graham, Draco, who Blue Pill predicted would be one of the most iconic artists of this generation. In the historic lecture that we got the cover to, and the original advert is called Fear of a Black Planet from 2009 in Atlanta with Professor Griff. The first time we did something with Professor Griff, 2009, legendary shit. Okay, and he laid down a prediction that could be like, it's a $1 billion prediction. You feel me? Oh, Chinks too. Yeah. See, like the Sagittarius season is gonna be fire. We may be doing something in Atlanta for my birthday, the Sunday of our B day. I believe that's the 16th or the 17th. KTL and the ATL will keep you updated with that. That might be part deuce to no. That might be we might do that on our birthday, November 14th in New York. Pardon me, on our birthday, November 14th in New York at the same location. You have to buy a ticket from Eventbrite and you get the location the day of. This is a secret location. We're not putting it all over the web and whatnot. You get the location when you become a patron and you pull up and you have a good time. So we're thinking about doing something on our birthday and also doing something in Atlanta because I've had a monumental year. I don't know about what everybody else had. I've had a monumental year. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna beat up on myself. I've had challenges, bro. I've come out of the motherfucking, I've been buried alive. Real talk. I got, you know what I'm saying? Like, I've been buried alive, left for dead. You feel me? I've been buried alive in this cycle. I've come up like how Houdini came up when he was wrapped in chains and he just fell in the water, and then after a while niggas ain't see no air bubbles and they walked away, and then you pop back up like, nigga, don't count me out. Like, nah, this is an important year for me, very important. Nikki is a Sag, yeah, whoo, that'll be dope. Give me more Sages, give me more Sages, and like I say, I'm not just keeping it only hip hop. You know what I mean? I'm not keeping it only hip hop. We could get into some reggae. We could get into some jazz. It's all about the melanated musical experience. It's magical, especially when you're around people on a higher frequency. It takes you and that person and those persons to a higher frequency, your conversation gets it goes on a higher level. It levels up. You can now unlock certain, parameters, or you could unlock certain boxes that you may be in mentally, based off of conversation with like minds, or minds that are on higher frequencies, who could raise you up to that frequency. But it happens best in environments where there's music. I'm just saying. you know I'm just saying. So we're gonna be doing more of those. Juice World is a Sag. Dope. We're gonna be doing more of those events. We just started it out. The first one was called Scorpio Season. A Boogie is a Sag. It's called Scorpio Seasons. You feel me? The Patreons, you're going to get access to all of the footage that we have from Detroit, all of the footage we have from the Virgin Islands, and you're also going to be getting some lectures that I'm going to be doing. I have all of the ebooks that we're going to be putting out of the lectures that I've done over the last 3 years, going back from the Fear of a Blackamoor Messiah, the first one in Brooklyn. All of those 1,000-page lectures we're going to be compiling them into the pills that we're going to be giving you guys in a few weeks and whatnot. So I'm going to be doing for my patrons. I'm going to be reviewing all of these works, going over them, showing you how we expertly predicted everything that we're in. Not everything, but a lot of the stuff that we're in now, politically, socially, culturally. These have all been documented in these monumental lectures. Fear of a Blackamoor Messiah that I did in Baltimore. The one I did I did one in Houston. I did another one in Baltimore. You know what I'm talking about? I did another one in this one in Kentucky. So, look out for that. I'm glad that you asked that. But my patrons, y'all are in for some very interesting stuff. And we're gonna be feeding y'all segments of KTL Empowerment. That's a new page that we're gonna be launching, dealing with self-empowerment. If anybody follows me on IG, I put a lot of stuff out about business, a lot of stuff about self-empowerment, a lot of stuff out about social entrepreneurship, all of that stuff. I'm going to be doing that on KTL Empowerment page. Okay, so that's going to be dealing with that. We're going to be inviting authors on. We're going to be inviting other entrepreneurs, serial entrepreneurs, technopreneurs, infopreneurs, people who have startups, people who could talk to you about startup communities, people who could build with you about incubators, accelerators, people who could build with you about workspaces, people who could build with you about so many things, solution based, all solution based. Or to whereas if you're ready to act right now, you can make a change. You can shift the paradigm right that minute if you're prepared to make a move. And all moves are not monetary. Some moves just require action. You feel me? Okay, Styles P, the Ghost, Twister. Look at all of these Sages. Get ready for Sag season. That shit is gonna be fire. We got the spot, like we did so good this event that the promoters let us know, like, y'all good. Don't worry, y'all Gucci. Shout out to Happy Monkey 420. You feel me? A cannabis based legal a legal cannabis based promoter. It's a brand and whatnot, so check them out. They got all kind of supplies, they got all kind of items and whatnot, services. So we're gonna be doing some stuff in Midtown. We're gonna be doing some stuff at this lounge, just dope as hell. uh we're gonna be entertaining, and we're gonna be holding parties, man, enjoying life, having, listening to music, breaking new records, what I'm saying, listening to some of the hottest new conscious MCs, or the hottest new remixes, whatever's out. We're gonna be bobbing to that, burning it to that legally. You know what I'm saying? And not that stuff that's banned by Wesley Muhammad either. Nothing on the Wesley Muhammad ban list. We're gonna be smoking some good. So Most Def, what is Most Def is a Sagittarius? That's my people's. That's my people. So we're gonna be in Houston. We're gonna be in Atlanta. We're gonna be going all of the place, especially the places where there's a nice crowd um, that appreciate the music. You know what I'm saying? Just the music, because like I said, it's versatile. It's some trap. It's some rap. It's some bebop. You know what I'm talking about? You know, you're gonna go through different zones. You're gonna go through different chambers. We're not one dimensional. We don't ever want to keep nobody in a box. We're very universal. So it's an experience. You feel me? A all around the world experience. Don't feel so goddamn sacrilegious that you want to put yourself in a box and not open yourself up to experiencing the plethora of talent that our people possess. You feel me? I'm not one of those people that are all, I might not even like an individual, but if the music is flowing, if there's something in that music that, moves me and whatnot, it speaks to me, I'm going to appreciate that artist. I can separate the artist from the person easy. You feel me? So some of the things that have been going on in the news that I I mean, it's not even worth even mentioning because like I said, for the students that we're going to be enrolling in the in KTL University, for the people who we're going to start signing up for KTL, the membership site, you know, those are going to be some of the students where we're going to break down some of the information, like I said, from these previous bodies of work that has already been put out there. But of course, if you were in the audience being lectured to, then you've never heard this information, and there's millions of people who have never heard this information. But this information is sufficient enough to solve any questions that you may have about all of the killings, all of the murders, all of the shootings, all of the terrorism that's taking place around America at the hands of these white fragilists or these white inferiority complex, shooters and killers and homeland terrorists who are basically operating as a cell, but they're carrying out the lone wolf theory to make it seem like these people are not connected, but all of them are connected. Every single one of them are connected. This is a cell that has been activated, and they're beginning to operate in a purge like environment. This is something that has been talked about because of the nature of YouTube and because of the nature of what's going on in this community. I will definitely not be on YouTube, not on this channel that has been completely demonetized, completely shut down. You know what I'm saying? In a sense where they're not letting anything fly coming off of this platform right here. This shit is being monitored. They block videos. I can't share videos. Certain countries you can't see these videos. So me going super ham about what's going on and digging into it, Fear of a Black or More Messiah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 4.4, 5. Like I got 5 hour, 3 hours, 2.5 hour presentations that get right to it. You know what I mean? Beyond, I give you documented. I'm really just reporting. I'm being an objective reporter because I'm giving you posts that already have been put out there in the media. You feel me? Protecting my you know what I'm saying, protecting my freedom and my First Amendment. I'm being a reporter. I'm reporting the news, but what I'm doing is I'm tying a narrative to it that mainstream media seems to never want to. There's a bow that they don't want to tie. There's a string that they don't want to tie. They don't tie any of the stories together. They don't glue them together. They don't put them together. They don't drive any kind of segmented line through them. So therefore, they're giving you all of this information in pieces. You accept it in pieces. It fragments your perception of what the fuck is going on and what's taking place all around you, right? And we come along with the rope and we'll tie all of these things together and show you how it's connected, the synchronicity and so many different things that you thought was not connected. So you're able to move, you're able to perceive, and you're able to decode all of these things in an easier manner. It just changes after you know what the narrative is. So the narrative is fear of a black or more Messiah. That's been the rallying cry since October the 10th, 2016, when I did this monumental prophetic body of work. Facts. And it's been perpetuating itself ever since. It's evolved into many different expressions of information that have not that it does not repeat what you saw in the first one. All of this is new information, and it's at 1,000 pages. You know what I'm saying? It's at 1,000 pages. Don't accuse me for studying too hard, but I go very deep into my studying. I compile information upon information, but all of that information, as you will see when you see the works that were put out from that all the way back then up until now, when you go through that stuff, you'll be like, damn, this brother was on point. He was connecting the dots all the way back then. It was almost like he wrote the script. So we're gonna make this we're gonna make this thing work. We're gonna make this thing work. You feel me? So those of you who want to get on that ride, get on the ride with us. Unfortunately, when it's not gonna be all on YouTube, because this shit is not me and this platform. We don't got that kind of relationship. But don't worry, fret not. What if we gave you the alternative to a YouTube? What if we gave you our own YouTube? Would you come over there? Or you stuck on YouTube? You just loyal to this logo and whatnot? Would you come if we gave you the same thing that you see right here, live streaming? You could be in a chat, you could do super chat, you could come to the channel and see uploaded videos in the same exact way. Would you do it? You know what I'm saying? It's not even on me because we got it built. We could give it to you. We could show you it. The question will be is, will you come over there? Will you be loyalists? Or is this just a YouTube affair? Are you just fucking with us because this is on YouTube? You know what I'm talking about? Or are you ready for some ownership? Or are you ready to boss up and be like, fuck YouTube, we got our own shit. Like, we don't care about YouTube. We're not dictated, and our future and our existence is not determined by Liar Cohen's YouTube. Y'all didn't hear Liar Cohen tell the world that he's behind YouTube? That's his house right now. The tall Israeli, the one who turned hip hop upside down. You didn't hear him get on the Breakfast Club and say, nigga, I run YouTube music. And y'all be out there thinking, if he runs YouTube music, what does that got to do with the YouTube that you on right now? Nigga, you don't understand that YouTube music is the biggest fucking thing on YouTube. You know how much hits and how much traffic YouTube music generates on YouTube? YouTube music is YouTube. So you don't understand how the tall Israel moves around the building. God damn it. If he comes in on YouTube music, nigga, he's gonna go out as YouTube's president. So you mean to tell me that I'm trying to build a membership? I'm trying to build a following. I'm trying to build a movement. I'm trying to build a goddamn family. I'm trying to build a network. I'm trying to build a nation on YouTube. And the foundation is faulty. We don't have a strong relationship. We don't have a strong relationship. They don't fuck with me like that. They've made it very clear. We do not have a healthy relationship with YouTube Inc. Okay. So y'all gotta look for me in the live fucking flesh when we pop up in your city. If it's a shifters event, or if it's a red, blue, and KT event, or if it's a red and blue event, or it's a red event, I move around, my niggas. I'm not segmented to no block. If anybody know me over the decades, you know that I navigate the motherfucking globe when niggas are scared to leave their states. I move around the motherfucking globe. When niggas call me and when they don't call me, I ain't a nigga who just move around because promoters are making phone calls. I move around and I navigate because I plant seeds. and I harvest my crops. You feel me? And I build and destroy and I set shit up. You know what I'm talking about? And I set shit out too. And I send things up and I plan them. So no, I move around and I make things happen. I don't know too many people that do that. Niggas move around on YouTube digitally, but I'm doing it physically and digitally. I'm navigating all fucking perimeters. I'm going up and down the 33rd parallel. I'm navigating through the grids, my genius. I'm activating mounds and whatnot, going all the way back. You just found out about me. I've been cooking, bro. I've been in the kitchen. You know what I'm saying? I was in the kitchen when you probably was in the crib. Facts. Real talk. I mean, I should have the second elbow. Nigga been in the kitchen, bro. Like, we've been cooking, so I don't ever want anybody to misconceive or misperceive, what this is. Like, this is consistency. This is, this is just, it is what it is. It is what it is. But it's at so many higher levels at this point that, things have to change. Things have to, it has to be some kind of, it has to be an upgrade. Like I said, there's no assurance in this community that we belong to. I got into a situation, like I said, I was in purgatory. I was in underworld. I was dead to the world. And I realized in that situation that there's no insurance inside of this community. We don't have life insurance. We don't have an assurance that if something happened to me tomorrow, that my children are going to be okay. I have two of them. I don't want to ever be put in a situation where I'm on the front line, putting everything on the line. It's too late where I'm like, I'm going to put it. No, it's been put there, my niggas, without anybody telling me to do it or not. I already did it with no one's permission. I put it out there. Me and my brother, me and my mother before us, my grandfather before us, put it out there. And there's no assurance. There's no retirement plan. You know what I'm saying? There's no legal fucking retainer fees. There's no assurance that if I had to defend my life and put somebody in this earth, that my family would be taken care of, or will niggas just tear my legacy apart and diminish and devalue every fucking contribution and everything that me and my family and anybody that's considered part of my movement has ever done. I seen it happen. I seen it happen. I seen villages get pillaged, bro. I seen kingdoms get destroyed like this. So there's no assurance. They have created a fucking category called a BIE. The BIE is just giving them leverage now to create a new fucking charge system, a new system to feed private prisons and enslave people who are out here waking up and freeing the motherfucking slaves. So this thing is not a game. So you will never, not to say never, but you don't find me on these phones, on these cameras, and on these computers putting my freedom at jeopardy, getting on this shit, pump faking, waving guns and doing dumb shit, trying to incriminate everybody around me into some kind of conspiracy or RICO charge. But everywhere that I look, that's all they're doing. When I look at the tenets of COINTELPRO, it reads out 6 different tenets to it. You go and do the research on what those 6 different tenets are. When I look into this quote unquote community, when I look online, when I pay attention to this motherfucking pool of sharks, that's all I'm seeing. It's incredibly COINTELPRO. It is incredibly toxic. It is incredibly criminal at this day and time. I have to remove myself. I can never put myself in this kind of situation, in this toxic environment, in this criminalized environment where people are going to go to the fucking feds, bro. I promise you, people are going to fall underneath this BIE motherfucking conspiracy and all of this crazy shit. My life and my freedom is too fucking important to be playing around on computers and trying to talk against, you know what I mean, and try to act tough on a camera. For who and what and where? They don't, there's no insurance, my niggas. All of this work the niggas been putting in over the years, they don't have no insurance for you. There's niggas, it's just a pat on the back like, nigga, we got you. No, there's no contracts. Nothing is set up. There's nobody saying, yo, if anything happened to any one of you brothers, y'all good, your family good. You don't have to worry about nothing. We got you. That don't exist. And here it goes. Niggas been out here with no life insurance. Niggas been running around with no life insurance, with no contracts, putting it all on the line. When niggas is getting rendition for shit like this. So what I'm saying is, niggas stop playing. Like, I gotta go with it, where the solutions are at. I have to focus on the solutions. Bro, I got introduced to the fact that I'm an heir to an estate, man. That my last name means something on an island that bears my last name. My middle name is Thomas. I'm on St. Thomas, but I'm on family land. Like, what are you talking about? I've been playing games. I feel like a bottom feeder. You were heir to a paradise. Like I'm saying, how the hell do people leave paradise to come to a concrete jungle to run in a rat race with no plans to go back to that paradise to build that bitch out to be your personal paradise? I cram to understand that. How the hell do people from Jamaica, Trinidad, Panama, the Virgin Islands, Guyana, Belize, all of these paradises, how are y'all leaving paradise to come to America to clean, to slave? Not to say that the money is not good, right? Not to say that you can't get it and come out here and run up a bag. But why is it that you are not going to build your countries back up? It don't take a lot. It do not take a lot. You're allowing these Europeans, these colonizers, to commit all kind of land theft and land grabbing, and they're taking what is the only thing that you have, and that's your estates. You know what I'm saying? While you in America inside of these jail systems, like I said, enslaved because you were selling crack on Franklin Ave, because you were selling motherfucking weed and whatnot, because you were selling dog food and pills and whatnot, and trying to live a ratchet American gangster hip hop lifestyle. When you were heir to an estate, you're turning your back on an estate to work in America at a white establishment because you think that makes you somebody. And then they take your estate and they make it a multi-million-dollar villa and a resort that when you want to go back to show off to your Becky and whatnot, you're going to have to book an Airbnb on a land that you sold them for peanuts and they turned into millions. What kind of dumb shit is going on in the world? You know what I'm saying? Like, what kind of dumb shit is going on? I'm seeing this everywhere that I go. People are giving up estates. People are giving up acreage. People are giving up land to do what? To come and be in the rat race? To come and live in this fake ass matrix that this shit is crumbling around you? To come and live inside of Sodom? I don't get it. I don't get it. And they ain't enlightened. If you understand that you're a solar being, if you understand the science that my brother KT, the arts degree, tries to pour on the people about the power of the sun in relationship to the melanin body, if you ever study my brother Wesley Muhammad's the book about being a God body, If you ever understood, or if you watched and you were studying Dr. Delbert Blair, when he talked about the cells and solarly we're connected to the sun, you would understand that we should never be caught spending time in these concrete jungles. This is the matrix. The tropics is Zion. The tropics is Zion. That's where you go and charge. That's up. That's where you go and get off of the grid. Anytime that you show up in the matrix, it's to come and do work in the matrix to pull others out of the matrix. It's only a mission. Your homeland is paradise. Your homeland is the tropics. Your homeland is the goddamn Caribbean. Okay? That's your homeland. That's your base. You chase those crazy ball heads out of town. You go back to your homeland and you straighten up that motherfucking those islands. And you tell all of you got to chase that devilish element out of there by raising up the vibration, by bringing gods and goddess energy back to those grids, back to those islands. Stop, don't Europeanize. Come back with some African mind and African centered theologies and culture. The people will straighten up. The only reason that they're going buck wild on them islands is them niggas is mimicking all of these toxic psycho sociopaths that are running crazy in America. The motherfucking deaf culture, aka hip hop. AKA hip hop. Okay? AKA hip hop. So that's the mission. I'm not going to talk about anything. I'm going to show you. Done with talking. I'm going to talk to my team. Okay? I'm going to be like Russell Simmons. I'm only going to talk at the end of the motherfucking show. You know what I'm saying? I don't got much to talk about. It's to the point where I got to watch what I say now because a nigga been talking too much. It's building time. I'm an heir to an estate. That's all you need to know. I have a purpose now that exceeds the purpose of what I had before I went on that island. That's my ancestral land. My grandmother, my grandfather come from there. I felt my spirit in that land. This Scorpion King challenge that I'm on, this is real life. This is not something for the internet. This ain't some Instagram shit. I'm going through real challenges. Like I got my life really challenged. Real fucking facts. Immediately, I went from paradise and that shit ended like that. And I was right back into motherfucking, you know how America reminds you that this is America. I got right back. I got reminded right back that I was in the matrix. No amount of time. I don't even think everybody is built for the shit that I go through. A lot of people, they be don't ever want to don't ever fucking be envious or anything about some shit that you might see on Instagram. You think a nigga having so much fun, a nigga having, you living the best life, my nigga. I ain't worrying about you little Duval out this bitch. The same thing can make you smile, can make you motherfucking cry though. You know what I mean? With joy comes pain. So if you're ready for the joy, you better be ready for the pain. That's what I tell people. Anytime you see a motherfucker having the best time of their life, chances are the next morning some crazy shit done happen. Or they get that phone call. It's the divine balance. You got to be ready for that. So if you see me having a great time and you want to take my place and be that person, you want to be the 10th shifter, then you got to be ready for what else comes with that shit, my nigga. Because this shit, we could go from heaven to hell in one flight, my nigga. You could go from heaven and your plane could fall out the sky, nigga. You in hell. Or your plane could be landed and the motherfucking police will be waiting for you and take you off the plane and put your ass in jail, nigga. Yeah, hell on earth. Hell on earth. The way that the pendulum swings, I don't know if you niggas is ready for that one. I don't know if you're ready for that one. And like I said, life is real and it happens like this. But when you're challenging yourself and when you're mastering yourself, that only turns into a test to show your strength because you know all is mental, and you know that everything happens for a reason, and you know, and inside of adversity is an opportunity, and you know the best way to show you motherfuckers what I'm built is to be challenged and to show you that I can rise above all challenges. Okay? That's what that is. That's a choice. That's a chance to show your ass. That's a chance to show people what you're made of. Because sometimes you could take yourself out of hell just using your mind, just having positive affirmations, just sticking to the plan, just seeing yourself getting out of situations where people may have written you off. Oh, it's over for that nigga. It's done. He's finished. Red Pill is out of here. It's gonna be Red Dead Redemption Part 2. You know what I'm talking about? Red Dead Redemption. He's out of here. People will write you off. And then you gotta pop back and show them niggas I'm hard to kill. That's the story of a scorpion's life. We're resurrectors. So I'm not going to be all cryptic with that, but like I said, I have something that's coming out called 13 Years of Runaway Slave, my memoirs. 13 Years of Runaway Slave, okay? And we're going to get into some real personal, some real interesting, some real backstory about my 13 years as a runaway slave, because like I'm telling you, slavery is real, and it exists as we're breathing and talking right now. There is no slavery. There is no back in the day slavery. You know what I'm saying? There's versions of slavery, but we are definitely in a day and a time where there are large plantations that have been erected by the name of correction departments, and black men, black women, Hispanic men, Hispanic women, European men, and European women are being enslaved by the hundreds and the thousands, and they're moving them around like cattle. Real talk. So, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Some of us know how to tap into harnessed energy. I'm just giving y'all source material. Tap into harnessed energy. You can have a force behind you. You know what I'm saying? You can have a force of people who are behind you, who will protect you, who will be able to carry on your doctrine even behind walls. It is potential, it's stored potential energy. Tap into it because it exists. Our brothers and sisters are in a place where they need an anchor into the world of enlightenment to give them some direction and to breathe some kind of hope and breathe some kind of solutions into their minds, so they can those seeds that get planted could get watered. And you might have a Malcolm X sprout out amongst you. I've seen some great people come forward out of purgatory, out of the underworld, you know what I'm saying, out of these dungeons. I've seen some great people step forward and become, gods and evolve. So that's what that is. All right. I've done my campaigning on that behalf. You know what I mean? That's my community service on that behalf. I've spoken up for the brothers and sisters who are in those situations, who I feel need a voice and need somebody to speak on their conditions in a way where, we're going to be proactive, and we're going to raise awareness to the plight, to the plight. What you gonna tell a nigga that got 80 years, but it's a good nigga? What you gonna do for him? Nobody said that you got to give him no money. We could just write, we could take some of these conversations on some of these videos and transcribe them or something. Or who knows, some of the sisters, you could tell these brothers that they God and how to find out and how to become God. Some of the things that they could do breathing wise and whatnot. Or y'all could just print out some of those beautiful Instagram pictures where y'all looking radiant and beautiful. Maybe that brother will never see a goddess in his life. Maybe he needs to see one so he can aim to be something better, so he can impress you when you comes home. You never know. You never know. Set a thirst trap. You know what I'm talking about? But I do know that, that pain that our brothers and sisters are feeling is not a pain that's not reflected. It reverberates. It is thug life. It's the hate you gave These little infants fucks everyone. It's a self-perpetuating cycle. Hurt people. You feel me? Like it breeds toxicities. It's anchored in toxic masculinity. It's real. It's real. So that toxic cycle could be combated if they was given some love while they're in that fucking hurt place, while they're in enslavement. What if you sent cookies to motherfucking Chicken George and them when them niggas was locked down? You know what I'm talking about? So yeah. But there's a lot of things going on. There's a lot of things going on. Like I said, there are these cells have activated. They're going ham around America. As you see, the president is encouraging these attacks to take place. You can even see that the people there was a murder at a synagogue, and you can see that that murder wasn't really, the media hasn't even called the assailants the dreaded T word, the terrorists. They're not really using that lingo. They're still letting it slide. They're not demanding that the president do anything. So even the media, which is controlled by people who go to those synagogues, they're still not even going hard. So that goes to show you it's a concerted effort. You have no allies. Nobody's on your side. Nobody cares about what anybody else does. They only care about what we do. It seems that's the only thing that's being targeted is the actions and the behaviors of the Black and more messiahs. And and it appears as if there is a concerted effort to disrupt to disrupt our progress and whatever that may be. But it seems like there's a concerted effort to either disrupt our progress or to enhance our progress, because friction is what causes things to motherfucking grow. You know what I'm talking about? Friction. You need friction in order to make things pop. So whatever this friction that's being, created and whatnot, or whatever this friction is that we're seeing and feeling, what the question is, was being created from that, because friction creates things. Okay, all of this friction that we're seeing, it's creating something. There's a spark. So what is the divine spark? What's the spark that's being created? There's chaos magic taking place. There's all kind of fear in the air. They're cooking up all kind of fearful sense. They're putting the nation in fear with packaged bombs, right? They're putting the nation in fear with mass shootings. They're putting the nation in fear with politics that are politricks and all of these accusations of criminal activity from your president, his family, and some of his colleagues, many of whom have already went state or pled guilty to federal crimes, something that would have been unheard of in the presidency of Barack Hussein Obama. It would have never been able to go down like that. So you're living in a precarious times where insanity has been actually normalized. Not only has it been normalized, what do we tell you in the beginning when Donald Trump became president? We said that our people will do what? Will conform, because Americans conform. What did you just see at the White House? There was a contingency, there was a group of melanated Trump supporters wearing not this red hat, you know what I'm talking about? Not that red pillar, not that. They was wearing MAGA hats and they were looking real crazy and they were saying some crazy things and whatnot. Candace Owens, who calls herself Red Pill Black, who Kanye posthumously said that he's no longer supporting because he feels that he was being used. What did we tell you? Did we not tell you that he's being used? Did we not tell you that he was being tooled by this woman who is very conniving and very and uses a lot of people? She's using the God's name. Where did she find Red Pill Black from? You know what I'm talking about? She's using my moniker. And he said that he's distancing himself. It's too late, Kanye. What are you talking about? You're not. What do you like? You've already been used. It's too late. You can't move anywhere. His career is done. You know what I'm saying? He got put underneath a spell because he has uncontrollable sexual desires based off his pornography addiction. And Candace Owens looks like one of those chicks from Pornhub who lets white guys bukkake all over her, right? She looks like one of those girls. She has her prototype. And he was basically enamored by her. And you feel me? He was just underneath. That was his handler. She was handling him. Yeah, the dude from TMZ ran with my name too, Van Lathan. He has the Red Pill podcast. What the fuck is going on with all of these clones? Who gave the clones permission? I thought I had a firewall up and I was trying to keep the clones away. Like, how is everybody cloning Red Pill? Like, what the fuck is there's a Red Pill movement? There's a Red Pill podcast. There's a Red Pill, a white rapper. There's Red Pill Black is Candace Owens, who's the one of the most visible fucking coons with a wig on in America, and they all running with my name. What the fuck is going on? I didn't even know I had so many children. I gotta stop jerking off. So, in Scorpion King challenge, 30-day challenge. Stop jerking off. No fapping. No pornography. Look, World Star ran with my shit. I just put it on my Instagram. World Star has a no coming November. That's their challenge. They said for the whole month of November, they're challenging men not to lose their light, not to spill their seed. I don't want to be graphic on YouTube, but you know what I'm talking about. All right, you niggas, if you don't have GEDs, you're still smart enough. So they running with the cloth. That's from the Scorpion King challenge. But I salute them. I love flattery, and that's the best way to salute a brother like me. You know, and anything to help our brothers hold on to their chi or maintain their light or their brain fluid, right? Anything to help our people hold on to their light and not waste themselves for, sensory pleasureship. You know what I'm saying? You know, self mastery, meaning that if we're going to get through this thing, we have to be masters of ourselves. We have to exhibit a form of discipline. We have to have some form of order. This whole thing is in chaos by design. So, in order to navigate through chaos, you have to exhibit some kind of order. Because the fact that that man did not have order, he's going to fall into chaos. Kanye West is who I'm talking about. He doesn't have order, he doesn't have self mastery. He's still enamored by this whole Pornhub culture. That Pornhub culture is very toxic, like I was saying before. You're dealing with trannies, you're dealing with racists, you're dealing with pedophiles, you're dealing with sadomasochists, you're dealing with murderers, you're dealing with all kind of things. All you go and talk. I talk to Pinky. I done met Pinky, nigga. You talk to Pinky. When the last time you and Pinky had a conversation? And she ain't tell me everything. She didn't tell me a lot. She ain't tell me much. But I've spoken to other porn stars, and this is a crazy fucking world. So you gotta even be careful of that energy. I know women like getting off, and that's what y'all play around with, watching white niggas pound sled, fucking upside down drilling y'all and whatnot. No, like that's not healthy. You know what I mean? That's not healthy for your psyche. You need some healthier porn in your life. You know what I mean? You need some healthier porn. You know. So self mastery, being able to master yourself, being able to master your desires, being able to master your lower self is one of the hardest jobs on this planet. It's one of the most challenging tasks on this planet. Being able to speak positive affirmations when you're under attack, when you're under fire, when you're in situations, right? When you're down and out, when you're out for the fucking count, when people have counted you out, when it seems like it's all over, having positive affirmations, speaking life into everything, having positive mind states, not eating processed food, even if they're feeding you slop, refusing fasting, being able to fast, not eating anything that they put in front of you, not eating meat. You understand? Not doing that, exercising, being able to do push-ups, getting your mind right, being able to do sit-ups, getting your crunches on, getting your abdominal right, getting your breathing on, all of that shit, jumping jacks, playing basketball, swimming, running, whatever it takes. These are some of the Scorpion King challenges that I'm following. It's all the way up into my birthday. This shit is very challenging. Believe you me, I'm being challenged on higher levels, but it's making me stronger. You feel me? But it's making me stronger, and it's making me more confident in my abilities to control myself. It's giving me more confidence in my overall power, because I promised you I made magic happen with my mind. I proved to myself. I don't got to prove nothing to nobody else. Like somebody told me, they don't owe me shit. I don't owe nobody nothing either. I feel you, brother. I don't owe nobody shit. I owe myself a lot though. I owe myself a lot. And I showed myself the power of the mind. I showed myself who I was in situations where it was up to me to navigate through the situation. You know what I mean? And I was able to get myself out of a maze with my mind. So this is important. For anybody who don't know what the challenge is, go on my Instagram page and scroll down. It's a post that I have, and you'll see it. It's 14 rules to this challenge. You can start it any day that you want. You don't got to start it during the month of Scorpio. You don't have, I called it the Scorpio King Challenge because we entered it into the month, going into the month of Scorpio. That's when it started. And it ends on my birthday, the Scorpio King. It ends on my birthday, November 14th. So I personally started it October 14th. And we have a lot of people that are doing it with us. So salute to everybody that's on the challenge. Oh, November 14th is my birthday. If anybody was asking, November 14th, me and Blue Pill, because we are twins. Like for real, like in the womb, one egg, identical, not fraternal, identical, split into two eggs. You know, when one egg was so powerful, it split into two eggs. Okay? Into two eggs. Or into two entities. Okay, so me and my brother are one entity that has created itself into another entity. That's how intelligent life is. That you can create you could negate yourself and create a whole nother part, a whole nother you in the form of a twin or a triplet or a quadruplet. That is God. If you want to know if God is real, for all of my atheists, bruh, that's God. It's an intelligent design. That there has to be something intelligent that's making this. Is not coincident. This is not science. This is intelligence. This is something of a higher form. You know, this is something of a higher form. So this challenge has done wonders for me. I'm proud of myself. I'm getting more in touch with myself. I'm getting more comfortable with myself. We're in a retrograde right now. You know, some relationships are beginning to become challenged. You know, some relationships are becoming challenged, but it's a retrograde. So I'm very mindful of that, to not, in relationships or to, jeopardize certain relationships during this day and during this retrograde, because Venus governs relationships and things of that nature. But I'm beginning to let certain things go so I can move on and grow. There's times where we have to let certain things go and be comfortable with that and release. This is a time of release. So I was put through situations where I was forced to make decisions and commitments and promises to myself that I was going to release myself from certain things that didn't completely serve me when I needed them the most. And when I need them the most, you'll see when you need them the most. If you ever get caught in a situation where your life is on the line, your freedom gets taken, you feel me? Or there's an emergency in your family where you need motherfuckers on deck to be there for you ASAP. That's when you'll see when it matters the most. Everything else matters not. Everything else doesn't matter. That's when it matters the most. When you need them the most, that's when it matters. And all of your friendships, your strong relationships, anybody that you calling your brother or your family or your niggas and whatnot, they should fit those criterias. If they don't fit the criterias that they're gonna be the one that'll feed your children when you're gone, or they're gonna be the one to hold it down when you're gone and speak positively about you and carry on your legacy and make sure your shit is safe. You feel me? Or I mean, what is it worth? It is not worth anything then. You're just lying to yourself. You're being fucking used. That's not brotherhood. That's not what I'm looking, especially me. I'm a loyalist as my sign Scorpio. My Achilles heel is my loyalty. So the kind of loyalty that I need, because my life is so fucking chaotic. You understand? My shit is so underworld. I'm a Scorpio of the highest degree. I'm not going to read my chart right now online. I might do it on my birthday, but my houses is crazy. My shit is heavy Scorpio. Heavy Scorpio. So my son is Scorpio. So like my son, my younger son and my son in my sign is Scorpio. So when my our shit is purgatory, I get buried alive a lot, bro. In my lifetime, I've been buried alive a lot. I've been in purgatory. How do you die but by being put in a fucking box, nigga? You know how many times you could die? You could die multiple times. Your soul can die. Anybody ever caught a fucking murder case, nigga? Your soul dies. Anybody ever caught a big charge and had to lay up? You could feel your fucking soul dying. So it's real out there. What can I say? I'm not gonna say it any other way. And I'm gonna say what I say because that's how I see it. If anybody else see it any differently, that's on you. That's how your life go. That's how your story is being written. My story, I'm on a hero's journey. My shit is challenging. My shit is not a fucking easy story. You know what I'm saying? Because I make decisions in life and I have to live through those decisions. I'm very conscious of that. I don't make the best decisions all of the time. You know what I mean? And I don't make the worst decisions, you know. But even if I made a decision 20 years ago, you know what I'm saying? That decision you will have to pay for that decision 20 years later, 2 years later, 30 years later, 2 days later, 2 minutes later. You got to be mindful of the shit that you do. Don't just be doing no shit to do it. Think that shit out. You know what I mean? Think that shit out. Stop living in the moment. And our people stop taking penitentiary chances to pay some fucking bills and stuff like that. Or to keep or try to catch up with the illusion. This is an illusion. A lot of the shit you think is real is really fucking not, yo. A lot of the shit that you running thinking that you gotta keep up with it, catch up to, it's not real, bro. A lot of it's not real. It's an illusion. It's REEL, not REAL. We live in an illusionary times where everything could be curated, everything could be sold to you, everything could be given to you wrapped up. It's not real. You cannot trust anything. You don't live in that time anymore. Don't reminisce on it either because it's not coming back. This shit is getting more fabricated by the minute. They're coming with the fucking Oculus. They're coming with the virtual. They're coming with the augmented shit. You're not gonna know what's real in a minute, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't even know if the shorties is real no more. It's gotten to that level, my nigga. It's fucking cold. Not it's cold red, nigga. It's cold red. Then the androids, fucking the android Sophia and them is coming. You know what I mean? The androids is coming. You ain't even gonna know who's a real human in the next 10. So, you know, it is what it is. But it's just steps in life, man. It's just steps in life. You know what I mean? It's just steps in life. Does psilocybin? Hell yeah. Somebody says this psilocybin help you see what's real. You damn right. You damn right. It helps you see what's real. Shit. It's gonna open this shit. It's gonna open this shit up. 5 grams is what I suggest to start with. It's gonna open this motherfucker up to you like a book. You feel me? If anybody's out there that needs to heal, if anybody's out there that needs to let go of some shit, if there's anybody out there who want to see past the veil, not in a way that weed can do for you, okay? Not in the way that trees can do for you, something a little more deeper, then you get into that motherfucking magic mushroom. The natural shit. Nothing that has any kind of lab, nothing that was the natural magic mushrooms. And take your ass a motherfucking trip. Get on the magic carpet and go and heal. And go and heal. You know, I'm not gonna steer you wrong. Dr. Sabi gave me my first mushrooms. You know what I'm saying? He gave me 5 of them in a motherfucking Ziploc. And that was one of the best experiences that I had in my life on those shrooms. I was happy. I was happy, you know? I was very happy. So, yeah, I mean, if you had a bad trip on them, I'm not responsible for that. I encourage you to don't just go on YouTube or online and try to get some fucking magic mushrooms. That's what you use your meditation for. You can't really ask me where to get it because I don't know. And you do the meditation. That nigga pop up on the train. You know how niggas be on the train selling cookies and candy. He might be like, I got them shrooms too. You know, I felt good afterwards. I felt good. I felt good. This is Third Eye Thursdays. I felt like my third eye was opening the fuck up because I was feeling shit that I like. I was watching Final Fantasy CGI movie and it was like I could feel the fact that I liked it. You know, like if you feeling something, like I could actually feel it. Like the movie was dope and I could feel that. Versus like you'll see something and you know that it's fire, but I could feel it. If you understand what I'm trying to say. I wish I could speak Swahili to my niggas and tell you it in another language, but that's what happened. I felt it with my eyes. Like it's like my eyes. I tell people before, it's like my eyes had fingers and I could feel shit. Anything dope, I could feel it and it felt good. You know? What do I think about ayahuasca tea? Now that would be the next level. All right. I would say mushrooms, maybe ayahuasca, and then DMT. Or some people go mushrooms, DMT, and then ayahuasca, right? So yeah, you can hear colors and feel sound. Like I could feel sound, facts. And when they say that, they're just talking about a magic mushrooms. A lot of these artists, they be having you think that they're on heavy dope and whatnot, or they're on coke, or they're on these heavy dope pill. No, a lot of them is on shrooms. They tap into the shrooms, and the shrooms open them up. But some of them are acting like they too cool, so they make it seem like it's some hard drugs that they pop in. Cause to be honest with you, niggas don't want other niggas to be on what they're on so they can have one up on them. If you know the nigga mind state, you feel me? If you know the nigga mind state, it's to not let you niggas know what they're doing, right? And keep you uninformed as long as possible so they can hit everything that's moving. Right. So isn't what bad for your mind? This world that we live in is bad for your mind. The shit that you've been taught in high school is bad for your mind. The shit that you saw on Ratchet Mondays is bad for your mind. The shit that they playing on the radio is bad for your mind. You know what I'm talking about? The shit that they're talking about at the water cooler is bad for your mind. The shit on Netflix, all of that drug dealing, homosexuality, motherfucking weirdo shit that be going on Netflix, that's bad for your mind. So it's a lot of shit out here bad for your mind. I'm just trying to help people heal a little bit because it could become traumatizing. It could weigh you down. It could fuck with your upgrading. It could fuck with your ascension. It could get in the way of listening and being able to perceive yourself as a god or a goddess or just even a good person. You could put an O in it. You could put an ounce inside of that god and just be good. Nobody's requiring your ass to be godlike. You don't have to be a god. You could just be good. So all I'm saying is that's why I'm making the disclaimer because this is not law. This is not for everybody. Don't take this and run with it like I'm saying this is for everybody to do because this is not for everybody to do. This is not for everyone. You know what I mean? That's why this is Third Eye Thursday. You feel me? This is for people who ain't just about Third Eye Thursday, just saying third eye. No, nigga, you're gonna tap into some third eye shit. And that's gonna involve you drinking some elixirs, puffing on some sacraments, or doing some kind of deep ass motherfucking meditation where you tap in to a part of yourself that you knew existed and you just forgot about. This ain't gonna be me sitting up telling you about Nicki Minaj and motherfucking Cardi Belzaire, whatever her name is. I'm not doing that. Yo, they smoking Molly out there in Miami. Them niggas is out there smoking that shit. So I want us all to meet each other on a higher fucking realm. Like I astral travel, nigga. I move around. I don't know about you. You know, nigga, my passport on the astral realm, my shit crazy. I got a book. My shit is a book. My captain's log is deep. You know what I mean? Like I move around. I was able to access higher realms by accessing higher realms in the real world. This is a fucking vessel. You better tap into this motherfucking computer called your brain and open this shit up. Because I can't give you my reality. I cannot. It's certain things that I've seen that I can't even say in words. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't even know how to articulate it. I haven't learned that language yet. Like they're catching up with technology and quantum languages, but I'm still trying to learn the lingo to express these things. So if you're a student of the pillars, if you're a student of Know the Ledge, if you're a student of Red and the Blue Pill, KT the Arch degree, then you understand that we're talking about accessing higher levels of your consciousness, your super consciousness, your subconsciousness, tapping into a creativity within yourself, tapping into a creative energy which can be seen as a God energy because God is creation. So the creatives, the creators, the makers, those amongst us who are creatives, God energy, God-like energy. You know what I'm saying? You create, you provide, you bring down the manna, you feed the family, you harvest the crops, you invent the ideas, right? You bring them into fruition, you create, you upgrade technology, you move and push humanity and mankind. That's what gods do. That's what gods do. And that's what the Facts Initiative is aiming to do, right? That's what the Hawks Initiative is aiming to do. That's what Know the Ledge Radio has done. That's what Know the Ledge TV has done. That's what the 600 and 800 videos that Red and the Blue Pill have on YouTube with all of these different platforms have done. That's what the plethora of lectures all over the United States of America and outside of the borders of the US have done. And I could go on for days. You know what I'm saying? It's just work. It's just work. So, you know, he wants to work with us directly. We're right here. You know what I mean? Come and work with us. Don't look for me nowhere else. Come and work with me where you see me at. This is my platform. This is my, you know what I mean? Like, this is Third Eye Thursdays, Melanin Monday. Come and pull up and let's build. You know what I mean? We out here shifting, we doing things, we going places. It's you'd be surprised. Monumental things, but monumental things been happening. I just put a picture of sitting in General Assembly addressing the world about urban youth and development in third world countries, taking our culture, which is hip hop culture, and using it as an exchange around the globe, around the planet, to teach third world countries and third world children and children all around the world about our culture. You dig what I'm saying? Advocating for the youth, advocating for urban youth to do that around the world. 4 years ago in the United Nations, I got the pictures, I got the receipts right on the Instagram, because we're in the receipt culture. You just can't say it. I did some shit. You feel me? So to be where we're at now, to be doing monumental things, going to islands, waking up, meeting the governor of the island and all of that from the work doing. I mean, it's just a lot of things. It's a lot of things. Like, you know, I'm just honored to be here. You know what I'm saying? I'm just honored to be here. I'm honored to be amongst y'all because I meet the most beautiful, the most intelligent, you dig what I'm saying? The most kind-hearted, the most full of light people on my paths who tell me about seeing us on YouTube, being able to, experience this information and to see the movement and to see the growth and development and to see all of these things, to see the trials and tribulations, see the evolutions, whatever, the births, the whatever you see, whatever you've been exposed to, but to meet the people that I've been meeting, I'm honored, bro. You know what I'm saying? I'm honored to be of y'all service. You know what I'm saying? Quality of membership, it means a lot to me. Quality of membership, it means a lot to me. It means that I'm getting across to people who are of quality. That's real to me. Real people, not no motherfucking, you know what I mean? Like, not no fugazi weirdos, and no real. I'm meeting real people on my travels. And like I say, I'm a navigator. You don't know where I pop up next. Cause I pulls up, my nigga. I hop out. You feel me? One thing about me, I hop out. You know what I'm talking about? You'll never know where I pop up next. I'm not restricted to no borders. I'm a real Moor. Like, I get on my boat, my nigga, and I moves around. Even when they tell me that I can't move around, I make it through borders sometimes. So, that's what it is. Living my best life, the good and the bad. You got to take the good with the bad. I always stress that. The left, if you're gonna watch the left hand, you better be ready for the right. You know what I'm saying? This is a dual nature planet that we live on. Dual nature, the law of correspondence, the law of duality. You always gonna have good and bad. If a nigga having a bad day, ask him when did he have a good day. So we're moving into a place where we're going to be doing a lot more off of YouTube. But because it's off of YouTube, we're going to be able to do more. I have limited powers on YouTube. I'm limited by what I could say and do on YouTube, unfortunately. But that's the state of affairs that we find ourselves in the modern day present times. And I'm going to be extremely careful with the things that I say, and especially the things that I'm showing, and especially the things that I'm doing on this platform that they call YouTube. You do what you know what I mean? You do. If you want to do crazy shit, if you want to go brazy on the internet, then you do it. You be bonches. But I'm balling back. I'm bigging back with Backlit big bookies, my nigga. You feel me? If you could understand what Red is saying. Why you keep asking me where's the shrooms? I don't know. They're in the fucking ground. My cash app is $ PHILMORELAND. PHILMORELAND. Phil Moreland. Fill up a Moore's land. Fill up the Thomas More land. Because when I get my land, it's gonna be called More Land. It's gonna be a land. It's gonna call More Land. Okay, that's gonna be my island. Yeah, make it rain. I ain't a drug dealer, but I'm selling you pills, my nigga. Red pill is a pill pusher. You know what I'm saying? I'm not a drug dealer, but these are pills. Every time you pull up, I'm giving you 2 pills. Call me in the morning. You feel me? Yeah, shout out to Blue Pill and Mama Pill. They're in the A right now. I see that KTL will be in the ATL. I will be in the ATL around my birthday. I believe I'm gonna be at the Buy Black convention. Shout out to them. Yeah. But yeah, we got the new line, the Kings County line on Kings County, a new collection, I mean, on Kings County, some new pieces. So check that out on the kingscounty.bigcartel.com. We got these pills coming to y'all. We got some books coming to y'all. We have some more clothes and merch coming to y'all. We have some tour dates coming to y'all. We got Twin the Movie coming to y'all. And we have our birthday. We have December in Newark, New Jersey with Professor Griff. We have St. Croix in December with KT the Arts degree. We have February in Las Vegas with Professor James Smalls. And we got more dates coming up. We're going to let y'all know about that. Stay tuned. Like I said, subscribe to the page, share the video, let the family know what's going on and whatnot, because a lot of people don't even know that Third Eye Thursdays it even exists. So spread the word. You know what I mean? Spread it like a rumors. Like as y'all spreading them other rumors this week, just spread this one with it. There you go. Spread this one with it. You know what I'm talking about? Spread it, just attach this, recommend it and whatnot. I'm sure there's gonna be a lot of talk in the community. There's a lot of things going on these days. But yeah, and November 11th, Cambada, Red and the Blue. We're gonna be at what's that? St. Francis University, St. Francis with King Simon. He's gonna be doing Council of the Elders with Renoko Rashidi, Leonard Jeffries, and I believe James Smalls. We're gonna be performing the Twin Pillar album, Twin, and Cambada will be in the building as well. All right. So love and light to the family. I'm fin to sign out. All right. This is it's been a beautiful episode. Thank you everybody for being stand-up individuals in the chat room, showing love, all of your support, all of your all of your cash apps and whatnot. I appreciate y'all. You know, it's like hitting the super chat. You know what I mean? That's the new super chat. Like I said, YouTube has demonetized everything on my channel. There's no monetization of channels. There's no super chat. None of that exists. So Cash App would be the way to. There you go. Every time that shit happen, I'm a dab for you. Okay, every time. You know. So that's the way to leave a tip. You know what I mean, for this food that you receive, because I'm out here giving you plates. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah. Oh man, when am I coming to Hawaii? Why don't we set that up? Why don't you inbox me and just tell me about a venue in Hawaii? That's all y'all need to do. If y'all want me to come, just hit me up on the inbox and I can make it real easy for you. This does not have to be hard. You just gotta communicate. Communication is the key. Y'all ask a lot of questions, but like I said, don't worry. Just be patient. We understand, like we were able to take problems and turn them into solutions. We're able to troubleshoot. That's how you become a strong businessman. You have to take certain things and innovate on them. So, like I said, we got something coming in a very, very near future. It's going to be a real good remedy to get things going in a better motion. So, like I said, remember, it's 300 people in the room tonight. Imagine how many people are in the room that got the solution. Imagine how many people. There you go. Whew. Imagine how many people in the room got ideas that you could be sharing with the other brothers and sisters in the room. Imagine how many people that are watching the show right now got something that they doing this weekend that they need somebody else to find out about. Do you know how important advertisement is? Do you know how important marketing is? Do you know how important being able to get your brand out in front of 300 people in real time is? Do you know how much people pay for that? 3,000 people, 30,000 people, 300,000 people. Like, we have to pay a lot of attention to the power that we already possess right now. Stop looking all around with our head spinning, when in the now, in the presence, ye are rich right now. You don't gotta wait for nothing. It's right now. Like, you have everything that you need right now, bro. I hold court every day with engineers, with scientists, with people who are like geniuses in my network. Random, like I hold court with some of the illest people on the planet. So I know the power of the network. I know this network is the illest network on this planet, one of the illest networks. You know, see, I am an engineer. That's right. I'm talking to directors. I'm talking to playwrights. I'm talking to actors. I'm talking to rappers. Like, y'all don't understand how many people contact me, bro. And I'm not just bragging on some old, because I ain't one of them people that's running around trying to take pictures with everybody that knows me or listens to me and my brother. You know what I'm saying? But I have a lot of conversations with a lot of people, bro. Like, this is not, this shit is crazy. This is litty, bro. Like, this is crazy. So we just gotta be more, aware of the days and the times that we're living in and take full advantage of it, because these times don't exist forever. These times do not exist forever. These days are not going to be here forever, but there's an opportunity that awaits anybody who's willing to take these. You live in what is known as the age of the entrepreneur. You live in what is known as the economy. You live in what is known as the sharing economy. You live in what's known as the cooperative, collaborative economy. You live in what is known as the network marketing economy. It's so many fucking things that's all around you, this building. You live in a startup economy. You live in a day and time where people could be coders and make 100 racks, 300 racks. You live in a day and time where you could tap into IT and make 100 racks, a buck 50. You live in a day and time where you can make an app and make a million, $1 billion. Just some shit that you sit around and smoke and think of. You live in a day and time when your intellectual property, you could sit in your house with intellectual property and wake up to thousands or hundreds of dollars. Like, what is in a chat room? What is your what is the cap of a certain amount of money that you can make a day where you're like, yo, this is okay. Like, if I make this amount of money a day, I'm content. I'm living. Like, I know I can live a good life. Me is $500. $500 a day. I'm good with $500 a day. 500 to 1,000. You feel me? That would be good for me because I got a lot of things that I do. I'm not a, I'm, I don't spend my money. I don't burn my money. I'm not throwing it on nobody. I don't make it rain nowhere. Maybe precipitate, maybe a little bit of drizzle, but I'm not wasteful. I'm a serial entrepreneur. All of my money go into my businesses, and then all of the rest of my money goes into my family, and then it goes into bills, and it goes into other things. You know what I'm saying? But I think about 1,000, between 500 and a rack a day, you know, a rack a day. So do you know we can make a rack a day? It's easier together to make a rack a day than for individuals to just say, yeah, I can make a rack a day. But 100 of us can easily wake up every day and make a rack a day. And that's before the end. That's before probably the middle of the day. Before the middle of the day is out, we could easily make a rack. Just got to be on it from early in the morning. On the internet, I'm talking about on the web. You don't got to go nowhere. You could just turn your phone on and make a rack. That's the future that we live in. That's the times that we're living. That's what I'm trying to explain to you. That's why I want people to understand there's no complaining. You have nothing to complain about. There's nothing to complain about. There's no, I'm not, no, nigga, I won't come VIP to your pity party. We can't complain about anything. Nobody's going to hear me complaining. I'm not going to complain. You know what I'm talking about? You're not going to get that part. There's mad opportunities in front of us. We got to see it. We got to be it. And we got to do it. You understand? And if you don't know how to do it, that's what consultations are for. Hit me up. Let's talk about this. Let's get this shit going. Let's get these plans. Let's make these moves. But we don't live in a time where we got to be trying to figure anything out. Shit is going down right now. It's a rush going down right now. It's people making buku dollars right now as we sit here and try to figure this shit out. So I'm not about talking to 100 some odd people about fucking problems and whatnot and sounding all hopeless and shit like that and sending you niggas going to bed feeling on fucking suicidal and on the edge and whatnot. That's some dumb shit. I'm gonna let you know the truth that you niggas, you know, everything that you need is at your fucking hands. If you go and reach for it, everything that you need, you can find it. Everything that you need, it's in this motherfucking room right now. If we were only organized, it's all about organization. We have to become more organized. Like I said before, there's some people who are in organized crime that are doing things the organized way, and they're making their movies. Unorganized people are not making no movies. They're not making moves. They're just on World Star looking crazy. You know, these books that we got, they're gonna help you with your motherfucking evolution, your transformation, and your upgrade. These consultations, they're gonna help you with your upgrade. You understand? These videos, Go back and listen to some old ones. They're going to help you with your journey and your mission. They're going to speak to you. Tap in. Go and listen to the old radio shows, to the archives. Tap in. They therapeutic. They got bombs. They got gems in them. Day trading. Day trading. People waking up early in the morning before noon. They good. Then you get online and do some network marketing. Then you go online and do some other things. This is all from your bedroom. This is all from your homeschooling. This you're teaching. You're in the crib with your teenagers or with your young ones, and they getting money and they getting bread. They getting 500 a day while you getting a rack a day. This is the now. You could get it from Zion. You could tap into the matrix. So the book is coming. The conscious industry book is coming. The Facts Initiative 2020 is coming. It's a lot of things coming. I got to fall back and disappear for a minute so I could finish these things. So I'm not going to be on all over YouTube. And like I said, Melanin Mondays, Third Eye Thursdays. And when you don't see me, know that I'm working. You know what I'm talking about? I got work to do. And it's birthday time. The end of the cycle is coming. So it's time to reflect. Like I said, I've been through a lot of shit. I've been through a lot of shit. So it ain't about no goddamn money because a nigga been through a lot of shit and money is not a band-aid. It don't heal nothing. It don't heal nothing. It opens up doors. It's a tool. You know what I'm talking about? It's an energy to be utilized to create other energy, but it don't heal wounds. It don't heal wounds. You know? It don't heal wounds, but it makes shit happen though. The wound healing, that comes when you deal with your core issues. The wound healing, that comes when you tap into those healing modalities. You know what I'm talking about? Going into them sweat lodges, breathing, you know what I mean, cleaning out your gut, shit like that. Tapping into the mushrooms, you know what I'm saying? That ayahuasca, shit like that. That's the real work. You get all the money in the world, my nigga. That's the real work. Why you think there's people with all of this money and they live in a miserable existence? That money don't mean nothing. It could wipe their ass with that shit. But what I know is the times that we are in, especially the youthful generation that are out there, the young ones. They got energy, they got time, they got drive, they got vision, and they digital. So we gonna cook, you know what I mean? Because they want their bread. And we got parents out here, elders who are out here, they want to cook too. So anybody that wants to get it, you can't never tell our people are traders, we're merchants by heart. We always are able to move things. That's in our blood. That's in our blood. The reason why we don't see our full potential because we working for somebody else, right? Cooking for them, whipping up they motherfucking work. I stand in the kitchen, I whipping the work. Young greatness, rest in power. Whipping the work, whipping the work. Get that moolah. I go to Jewelers. I stand in the kitchen, I whipping that work, whipping that work. Yo, the most rappers die in Louisiana. That's a graveyard for rappers. Real talk. The amount of talent that they killed in the fucking Louisiana is unbelievable. Rest in power to Young Greatness. Peep the name, Young Greatness. Got killed at the Waffle House. Bodied him. Louisiana. He did that song. Stand in the kitchen, now whipping that work. Whipping that work. Moolah. That's ancestral land right there. Louisiana, that's ancestral land. That's sacred land, poverty point, all in the mounds and whatnot. That's crazy. The Creole, the second line. Lil Snoop. Who else? Name them. All of the ones that got bodied in Louisiana. Let's give them their roll call. They took Lil Snoop out. They took Young Greatness out. Soldier Slim. Camouflage. Lil Fat. Remember Lil Fat? They took Lil Fat. That you see that? Ooh, after Katrina, boy. Whatever spirit is on that goddamn land after Katrina is consuming. It's still eating. Lil Ivy. Yeah. Molly G. Somebody put Bill Cosby. Oh man. Look, but we're gonna get back up, man. I love y'all, man. It's been great. Like I said, hit up the Patreon, all of my Patrons. Salute to y'all. Y'all the best. You know what I mean? Salute to the Patrons. We're gonna feed y'all this month. All right. Patreon /Red Pillar. twinthealbum.com for the music. twinthealbum.com for the music. Kingscounty.Big Cartel for the clothes. Free C Murder.